right, this is gonna be a Vinyl Finds, I guess, record show-off video like no other. All right, let's start it off with this little 7-inch I picked up in fabulous Hamtramck, and all I got to say about this little 7-inch record is the cover of it. What it sounds like isn't remarkable at all, but the cover will stay with you for the rest of your life. So that's Francisca. There you go. Let's look at Francisca once more. All right, that's enough of her. All right. I recently went to Hollywood, California to meet up with my daughters and have a great time in Hollywood and the Los Angeles area. And I went to Amoeba Music and I bought some records there, and I'm going to show you what they are throughout this Vinyl Finds I guess video. What are these things called? Vinyl Finds videos? I'm not sure. Anyway, I got to meet Vinyl Richie, and I just noticed his name is a lot like Lionel Richie. But anyway, and when I met him, I'm standing outside of the Whiskey A Go-Go with my daughters. The Dickies are on the bill, and Vinyl Richie comes walking across the street. What a way to meet the guy. All right, here we go. This is from Bomp Records, and it is a tribute to the New Bomb Turks. It came with the CD. Put that there. It came with a little piece of paper inside telling all about the bands who are doing New Bomb Turks cover songs. And this little sticker from Heavy Medication Records. Here's what the album jacket looks like. And if you're into the New Bomb Turks, this is really fun to listen to. The bands on this LP doing cover songs of the New Bomb Turks. Well, it's not as good as the New Bomb Turks, obviously, but it's definitely worth buying. It's really fun to hear different versions of New Bomb Turks songs that you've loved through the years. All right, so that is called Defiled, a tribute to the New Bomb Turks. All right, this thing is not new. I don't know how it got in here, but I will show it anyway, because it's a rockin' thing. And plus, I'll be going to see this band, I think, in November or October. Anyway, Judas Priest, Painkiller. The Saw Blade single. All right, let's put this away proper. All right. Geez, how does this go in here? Complicated record sleeves. All right. Oh, geez. These Saw Blade records can be a pain. All right. Oh, that's for the New Bomb Turks thing. All right. I picked this up at Amoeba Records in fabulous Hollywood, California. This is the soundtrack to Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It was a double LP, and it's a very entertaining listen. Here's the jacket. Geez, a lot came with this. There you go. Here's what came inside of it. telling the story of Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the movie. Here's what the jacket looks like. Big fold out. And there you go. And I bought this thing, unlike probably anybody else, right before I saw the Dickies. And during the show, they sang this song. So I guess that's something. All right. This little 7-inch record is a band from Brazil called Test. On the flip side is a band called Chipang from I don't know where. And I got it last night, obviously autographed by the Test band who played in Hamtramck. And it was a guitar player and a drummer, and they were very creative and noisy. And this is the band that was on the top of the bill last night, Escuela Grind, with that wild lead singer. In fact, the whole band was wild. This thing is autographed. This record is called Indoctrination, and this is just thrash, grindcore, metal. Definitely worth seeking out if you're into grind, thrash, deathcore, metal with a female singer who is going nuts. Anyway, here's what the inside sleeve looks like to the Escuela Grind. If they're playing live in your area, they're worth watching. All right. I got this in Hamtramck, and it's Sing Along with Nipsey Russell. And this record's really funny if you're into Nipsey Russell type stand-up comedy. All right. Here is another comedy record. This is Slappy White, The First Astronaut. And again, if you're into Slappy White, you'll think this LP is really funny. All right, here's another thing I picked up in fabulous Hamtramck, and this thing is damaged, but it was only $3. Willie Tyler and Lester, and it's a ventriloquist act from the 60s. And again, it's really funny, except for that damage. That's kind of rough. Okay. Now, this record I picked up, I paid $15 for it. I don't know if it was worth $15. It's not. It has backup singers and stuff like that. I thought it was going to be just this guy, the Reverend Dexter Wise, rapping, but it's not. Well, it is him rapping, but there's a bunch of people behind him singing, and it's just kind of a really full sound that I wasn't expecting. Would have been better if it would have been just him rapping, and that's it, just him rapping into a microphone. But it's kind of funny. Anyway. All right, let's get into a band I saw the other night. And this is Castrator. Defiled in Oblivion. And this is autographed. I bought this from the band, and this is just like grindcore death metal. And it's just grindcore death metal. Nothing really stands out on it. It's an exciting listen, but yeah, nothing really stands out on it. It's just consistent, consistent heaviness. Yeah, that's what this thing is. consistent heaviness. And this video will be the only place where you see this record and this record on the same video. Anyway, if you see this in a record store, tell them I'll give you $10 for it. This is what the vinyl looks like. Very green and smoky. And came with a lyric sheet. Those are all the girls in the band, and I filmed this and it's on my YouTube channel. So you can check them out live. Alright, this is a record that Tony Collins sent me when he went to see Toys That Kill at Todd's little place in fabulous San Pedro. This is Meet the Sewer Trout. And this is a pop punk record. And a few of the songs, which there are a lot of them on this thing, kind of stand out. And then some of them are just kind of like junky, funny pop punk. Yeah, junky, funny pop punk is how you describe this album. And here's the little thing that tells the story of all the songs that are on the Sewer Trout record. And here's the Sewer Trout record. Alright, there you go. Wow, there's a lot of this. Okay, this one. This is Toxic Reasons, Independence. This is the reissue. Comes with this booklet that isn't cheap. Probably has, I don't know, 18 pages. And if you don't know anything about Toxic Reasons, they're, I think they're from Ohio, and they were very much like DOA in the early 80s. Except DOA had catchier songs than Toxic Reasons, but not by much. So if you're into DOA, you might want to check out Toxic Reasons, Independence. And here is the original, well, on Beer City Records. It's the same record. Same songs, different packaging. Alright, this is a 7-inch. And the bands on this thing are Fist City and Piss Test from Portland, Oregon. And if you see this thing in the record store and they want a little bit of money for it, go ahead and buy it. Piss Test from Portland, Oregon are a very righteous band. Alright, here is another record I picked up on Melrose in Hollywood, California. And this is called In the City, and it has Merry Monday, Street Punks, and The Statics on it. Okay, let's get to the cover of this thing. Side 1 of this is pretty entertaining. Side 2 of this can be skipped. Yeah, I just don't see anything on side 2 that will make you laugh or jump around. But side 1 is the reason you'd buy this thing. It has the Pop Gun song on it, has Leave Us Alone on it, has Peace and Flowers Are Dead on it, and those are all on side 1 of this Merry Monday record. San Francisco Punk 77. Alright, here we go. Back, or not back, we're staying in Hollywood. I bought this UK Subs double LP, Endangered Species, at Amoeba Records. And this goes from wild punk rock to wild rock and roll. So this is wild rock and roll and wild punk rock on the UK subs Endangered Species. All right. Here is something I received in the mail. This is Sugar, the Bob Mould Band from the early 90s live. And it's a double LP. Here's what the front jacket looks like. Gatefold has a lot of lyrics. And this is Sugar, kind of, I don't know, wild and messy. But I'd say half of this record's good, half of it's not. So if you're a fan of the Sugar Band, this thing will probably, it'll be okay. You won't throw it away if you buy it, but it could be better. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get into a record that I told Vinyl Richie about on Sunset Boulevard. I think the whiskey's on Sunset. And this record is, what's this thing called? Specimen Box. This is the Specimen Box record. And yeah, let's put that there. This is the little thing that came with it, telling you all the artists that were involved in this thing. Here are the double LPs. And the Specimen Box thing is all those artists contributing like 15-second musical pieces. Every musical piece is different, and they're all kind of lined up together. But the guy who put it together has his own way of linking them together with his own musical instruments, and it's unlike anything you've ever heard before. It's consistent, strange, consistent and strange is the only way I can describe Specimen Box. And it's still available, so if you're into anything, that will satisfy. Okay, this is a soundtrack I picked up for cheap. What's this? Oh, this came with it. This is Mark of the Devil, soundtrack to an old movie from, I don't know, probably early 70s. Very entertaining gatefold jacket. And it's only one record. This little inner sleeve came with it. Or not inner sleeve, but inner, I guess, information piece. And that's where the entertainment ends with the soundtrack to Mark of the Devil. It's just orchestra stuff. It's not any fun to listen to. It's kind of neat to look at the cover, but that's where the entertainment value of the soundtrack to the movie Mark of the Devil ends. All right, let's move on. Geez, stuff's piling up. This is the Crumbsuckers, Life of Dreams, Combat Core Records. Lyric sheet that came with it. Album jacket. And this thing is, it's good. It's not great. Nothing really stands out on it. It's just a good thrash, punk, metal type situation by the Crumbsuckers. Alright, the last two. This is the Butthole Surfers, The Whole Truth and Nothing But. And if you have the CD of this This LP is not everything that's on the CD. The last like 4 songs on the CD are not on this thing. Here's what the vinyl looks like. But just because it doesn't have as much as the CD, it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy it. You should buy this. This is a good Butthole Surfers record. And what are the songs on it? Graveyard, USSA, Lady Sniff. Just a bunch of Butthole Surfers songs recorded live from various shows. The quality is very good. Okay. This is the Mamas and the Papas. This is from Korea. And here are the lyrics that are kind of messed up on the back. It's got all the Mamas and the Papas hits. And here's something unique about this. This Korean version of the Mamas and the Papas. You see this plastic stuff? It's on the inside too. How did they do that? That's wild. It's on the inside too, and it's all sealed. So this is a bit of a magic trick of a Mamas and Papas record. And like I said, maybe this is their first album, not sure. But it's got all the hits on it. All right, last record. The Chats. Get Fucked. This side 1 of this is a punk rock kick in the head. Side 2 is half punk rock kick in the head and half kind of something else. But this thing it's the greatest. Definitely pick it up. The Chats, new record. Here's the lyric sheet that came inside with more pictures of the band. And I will be going to see the Chats in Detroit soon. Here's what the LP looks like. And these songs are short, simple, fun, and very, very catchy. Is there anything else? Oh, here's the little bag that the Chats record came in. Alright, that's the end of this video. Had a great time in Hollywood. Had a great time meeting Vinyl Richie. And I gotta clean all this up. Ay, 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 cabrón.